What if your results in life weren't random? What if your successes, as you see them, aren't luck? What if it's something that you don't even pay attention to? Most people don't even pay attention to what they say and what they do. So what they say, what they repeat to themselves, and what they do with that. So that's going to be today's stability moment. And here is one of my, I don't really have favorites because there's so many of his self-talk phrases. And this is from the app that is always 30 days free. My successes are the result of how I think and what I do. And that one sentence can completely change our lives if you actually get what I'm talking about. And that is your stability moment for today. Thank you very mucho for joining me. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, whether we realize it or not, I just have a couple of points to make. This is going to be a quick one because we get into the actual moments, and when we're about ready to spiral downwards, we're talking about the stability spiral, and that's a PDF that you can download to help you immediately stop the spiral with the cortisol, the adrenaline, and everything to stabilize the nervous system, to regulate it before it gets dysregulated. And then you can start making choices from the internal operator, basically, so that you have capacity to create clarity, because now you don't have all those chemicals clouding, putting you into survival mode, and then having that the cloudiness, the fogginess in the brain, just like run, freeze, stop, don't hide, fight, any of those things. So this is you don't have that. So that's the internal operator, because the internal operator stops that. Look at the little curtain, is not the curtain, I'll just show you there. It's the umbrella there. So anyway, we are talking to ourselves every day, and we repeat things like, this is hard, this is difficult, this is why does this always happen to me, here we go again, those kinds of things. And we say those things. We also say how we are, like, well, I'm just shy, or I'm just that way. This is the way that I am. And if you say you are something, then guess what? You are. The more that you repeat that, that's what you become. This is when say you create your reality. What you think, your brain, your neuroplasticity, the brain's plasticity, it's plastic, it's malleable. That neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to rewire until you take your very last breath on planet Earth. What a gift that we walk around with. Rewire with the programs we want rather than the ones that we were gifted, donated to from 0 to 7, and then from 7 to 14. We started helping ourselves become our master programmer, and then after that, whoop, there we go, master programmer. So, but those are programs. What I just said, this is hard. I can't do this. I can't handle this. This always happens to me. Like those, if you say those things, then they are those things. Literally, it is hard. This is difficult. See, these are states of mind, first of all, that like, I can't handle this. You're already telling your brain, help me to not handle this. The brain works on programs. It works on commands, which is why the self-talk phrases that I share with you, the ones that I learned how to create from Dr. Shad Helmstetter, and you can learn from his book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. But this is so importante that you give commands that the brain actually can, that it's a language that the brain listens to, these commands, and that are repeated. The more they're repeated, the more they stay. So now let's go to the second point. So that was the first point, that we repeat, that we are talking to ourselves every day. Whatever we repeat, we create those programs. It doesn't matter what they are. They just become part of who we are, and we start to believe them as true. Whether they are, first of all, you were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. So I hope you're getting this. This is day 73. I hope you're getting this by now, by day 73. So the second point is the stability spiral. It starts with awareness. It starts with the awareness that most people don't realize the emotional state they're in. they don't realize that they have control over that state. And that's what the stability, the words come first, the feelings follow, then the actions follow, and then the results follow. So basically, and let me say again, your programs create your beliefs. Your beliefs, so think about your beliefs. Whatever you believe right now, that came from a program. I don't care whether it's your religion, what you think about financial, what you think about retirement and who should retire and when you should retire and how you should retire, and or your health at a certain age, or that's just how old people, they can't walk anymore because or they get, I'm getting old, so I'm stiff, so I'm getting old. No, I'm like literally, I don't believe that at all. I believe that's lack of movement. That's lack of functional movement. That's lack of moving your fascia, your ligaments and joints, and like truly, it's not getting old. Look at the people who are running at 90 and doing the things they're doing, and sure, they are fewer because the majority of us sit using the computer all day long. We don't get up. We don't move our bodies. We don't add, weights. So weight to our tissues, weigh them down so that they can grow and all of that. So, but that, again, it's a program. Oh, I'm getting old. I'm creaky joints. Oh, I'm getting old. Oh, that's starting to hurt. That's a program. So I'm just letting you know. So that's a belief. Where'd that come from? Came from a program. So let's finish that little chain right there. So now your beliefs, your programs create your beliefs create your attitudes around that. So whatever your attitude is around that certain thing, it came from your belief. And your attitudes create your emotions, your feelings around it, and your emotions or your feelings around whatever that is. This is why fight. It's a program. You can't, if somebody is programmed and you're trying to tell them something and they have a wall up, it's because their program says, I'm right, you're wrong, or this is what I believe, you're not going to change me. It's a program, and it's hardcore. If it's a program you choose, like values, for me, integrity, really importante. Having fun, really importante. So values, family, like that's importante to me. So those are things those are values, and those come from my programs of what I choose. So let's keep going down that chain. So we did attitudes, then we did the emotions and feelings, and then let's go. Your emotions create your actions and behaviors around that, whatever, starting from the program. And then those actions, those behaviors create your results, your outcome. Look around you. It's your programming. What you're thinking, what you're believing, who you are with, the things that you believe. And this is not Lynnie saying, this is how it is. This is Lynnie who has learned this is how it is, because Lynnie has studied neuroscience and different things, but basically this is how I've seen it work, doing self-talk for many years at this point. What I put into my brain, I'm watching the output. I'm way better. My stabilization, my nervous system, like I can talk to myself. I tell you many times, I tell myself, I got this, I got this. Before I was like, oh crap, what am I going to do now? Run, or get mad or get frustrated or get defensive, instead of I got this, like this is no fun, but I got this. It's a whole different way of coming at stuff. It just brings peace, and it's trust in self. So anyway, point 3, this is what I was talking about, the stability spiral, starting with awareness and then the results, as we talked about. And then point 3 is like those things, what I told you, is why self-talk can be so powerful. The programs. So when we intentionally repeat, this is the phrase that is for you, my successes are the result of how I think and what I do. And you repeat, you know that your successes are the result of what you think. Your programs are, this is why you're thinking what you're thinking, and what you do. So how you think, not what you think, but how you think and what you do. So you stop waiting, you stop blaming, and you start being positive. You start focusing on what you want and what you can do and what can be done, rather than the opposite of what can't be done and what you can't do. So this is when we remember, I'm the one that influences me, not someone else, not the programs. The programs are here. I don't really care for them, but there's no shame around when you like get really angry at somebody and you say, it's like, I have a temper. That is a program. because somebody kept telling you, that guy has a temper. Well, my son has a temper. Be careful. My son has a temper. And then the son's like, I have a temper. And then pretty soon he starts telling his friends, I have a temper. And when he's little. And then, or even a woman, it's like, I have a temper. Whoever says it, doesn't matter. But anything you say, I am shy, I have a temper, I'm never good at money, whatever it is, I never look good, I never attract the right guy, I always have bad luck. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Those kinds of things. So those are programs. Those are all programs. And so point 4 is, what did I say on that? Okay, so stability isn't pretending that everything is fine. Stability, because I'm showing you, when you can stabilize yourself, it's not about like positive self-talk and Pollyanna and I'm fine, I got this, and inside you're churning and burning and maybe resentful or angry or sad and grieving, or you're just like falling apart inside or whatever it is, but I got this, the Stoic, that's a program, by the way. So, but when you stabilize, then you get to choose your next thought, because you create capacity, which creates clarity. Instead of having all those feelings, like literally, it's like awareness. You pause, and then you create a micro stability, which could be your vagal breathing. It could be touching a table. It could be putting your feet on the ground. It could be going to your favorite store. It could be listening to a favorite music. It could be listening to self-talk, is what I do a lot. And then you get to choose your next action that's clarity, and you choose your next step. So many times that is enough to just stop any spiral. Even like, I got this, and starting to trust self, that can stop a spiral. So this is your repetition 3 times. Just think about this. My successes are the result of how I think and what I do. And what would change? My successes are the result of how I think and what I do. What would change? I wanted to repeat that self-talk phrase for you. What would change if you actually believed that? What it would change if you actually believed that you were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. And Lynnie comes on every single day saying, and you can change those programs. You can change those programs. Programs create your beliefs. Your beliefs create your attitudes. Your attitudes create your emotions and feelings. Your emotions and feelings create your behaviors or actions, and your behaviors and your actions create your outcome, your results in life. Look at your outcomes and look at your lives, whoop, all the way back, or go this way, whichever way, but the chain, go up, go down, whatever. Programs start it, and your results and all of that, there you go. So that is creating your own life. So if you believe those things, if you believed that everything was a message for positive change, can you imagine the peace that you would have if you understood that you could stabilize your nervous system first with using the stability spiral model that I figured out after Steve passed, because I felt so unstabilized, and I was like, how do you do this? How do I not get? I saw so many widows, and even to this day, it might be a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, and the identity is they are a widow, and they are very sad, and they have romanticized the relationship, and they'll never find anyone like their most beautiful Jim or whatever. and anyway, it's like, I wasn't going to be that. I was going to live fully, but I needed to feel stable, because I didn't feel stable. I had all the finances to do, all the taxes, all the maintenance of a mountain home, and the things that I didn't know to do, the RV and the generator, and like things that I had never, I had helped do, so it wasn't like I was totally off with the finances. For the most part, I was. Investments, like all of that. I didn't know what I was doing. So anyway, I leave you with that. How would your life change if you actually believed those things? You were born with unlimited promise and potential, and you got programmed. And the self-talk phrase, what if you, and this is from Dr. Shad Helmstetter's, his self-talk app, which is 30 days free, always. You can go listen to it for yourself. And it's in the taking positive self-talk for taking control of your life. And it is, what would change if your life, my successes are the result of how I think and what I do. I already put that for what I was going to ask you, but my successes are the result of how I think and what I do. And then I want to just say real quickly here, I want to go to this. I want also to tell you, like in taking control of your life, it's like it, these are, this is how I see it. It emphasizes actively choosing, and this whole, I think it's like 45 minutes long, but you only need to listen to like a track at a time. You don't have to listen to the whole thing. I like listening. I like putting it on and just listening passively, having it on all the time. But it emphasizes actively choosing one's life and the life direction rather than feeling like a victim of circumstances. Empowering, very empowering. And you hear each phrase 3 times and it gets and repeated, a whole set, like a bunch tracks of different phrases. This is just one that I gave you, but it goes in, and then pretty soon you're like, I got this, I got this. You know, it's, and here's another phrase that this is one of the ones that I love, because I'll tell you why in a minute. That's life and there's nothing I can do about it. It's like replacing that's life and there's nothing I can do about it with that's my choice and there is something I can do about it. Because I used to always say they and this is life, and I heard that all the time. Well, that's life and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. And I love that's life and there is something I can do about it by Gosharoos. I love that. Like they're very empowering phrases. They're not affirmations. Affirmations you put on your mirror. I have a million of them. I love affirmations. But these are self-talk phrases that are, it's a language with the brain, and it tells the brain, this is the command, this is where we're going, this is what I'm doing. And this is why it's not lying when you're telling yourself that you're not a smoker, or I am slender and healthy and all those things, and you say it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it till you become it. And it's not that you're lying, you're telling your brain so that your brain starts believing it, because all the brain, repeat, and the brain has it, the brain gets it. So that's the story. I hope you enjoyed today's stability moment and today's self-talk phrase. And I love you so very, very much. You can do, be, change, have, create, become absolutely anything. I believe in you. You can do this. And I will see you tomorrow for day 74, as always, shining my light to brighten yours. And happy weekend. Ciao.